Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode on the Just Create SMP with me, Throlash. Today is a very special day where we actually move away from the spawn area and we go work on the new place. But in the last episode, I can't stop staring at this map. It looks so cool. And waking up, logging into the server and waking up and just looking at this spawn area from my new balcony. It is fantastic. I've been making a point to log out in my bedroom. So when I wake up in the morning, I can just open up the door and look out on the beauty that is spawn in this place. Oh my gosh, I can't get over this server. But we can't dilly-dally. We've got a lot to do today. I need to spend some diamonds. I gotta go bother Stam, and we gotta make a tree farm. Lots to do, lots to do. And my feet is in the water. Whoops, oh gosh. Actually, now that we did the things, let's check out some of the new shops. We've got the Espresso. Get your XP fix fast. And this place is awesome. Oh gosh, I'm sorry about your thing in your head. That looks painful, but we can get blocks of experience, and this is all done by Chosen. I love the stone button with that. That looks really cool. Fantastic stuff. Over here, I think is a newspaper. In your own words. Ah, yes. I need to zoom in on this here. Your story in the next issue, write for the Cog and Quill and get your story posted in our bi-weekly newspaper. Submit your work through this form. Thanks for that. That was very helpful. So if you want to submit stories to Eggs' newspaper, go ahead and hit that QR code and you can submit your own stories here. Isn't this fantastic? I'm guessing it's just a diamond for a newspaper? Is that how this works? Yep. There we go. Look at that. The Cog and Quill. How do I read it? Do I put it in here? Oh, do I just right-click on it? Oh, I do. Look at that. Oh, wow. Golden Carrot Scandal rocks the server. Fair enough. Foxy Court Case, the real victim. Dun, dun, dun. And when we can advertise. Very cool. The Benedict Publishing Company. Get it? Like Eggs Benedict. Get it? Oh, my gosh. But I want to take a look at what's going on inside here. Oh, I love that chandelier. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. But it is super cool in here. Oh, it's like a little bar you can hang out. Nice. Oh, I love that painting too. That goes outside. We don't need to check that out. Let's go in the restricted section, see what's going on upstairs. Oh my gosh, Eggs, this place is awesome. This place is so incredible. What a great job. Love this table too. Bodies Court, lower power prices. Yeah, lower the power prices, am I right? Where's Walulu? Or is that supposed to say Waldo? Oh my gosh, this place is so cool. Oh, and then kind of upstairs in the tower sort of thing. Oh, we can walk across here. What's over here? Nothing. Cool. But wait, there's more. We can continue to go upstairs. Wow. Awesome stuff. Very cool build, Eggs. I love this place. This is great. Ooh, a train. We got to do one of those soon. Very, very soon. What do we got here? The Chosen Powder Company. Oh, it's like beardy powder. Get dirty in every shade. Hi, sheepies. Oh, is that a Jeb? It's totally a Jeb. That's dope. Why is Blazes? Well, this place is just beautiful. My goodness. We're going to be using a lot of concrete soon, so I might have to buy some from Chosen. Very cool. Very cool. Anything off this way? Nope. We've seen all this before. Oh, what's this? Oh. Regulars only. Let's find out where that is, shall we? Well, I don't see nothing nowhere. Unless it's around the corner? No, there's nothing over here. Interesting. Well, I'm not a regular, so that's probably why I can't find it. Anyways, Black Market Forge. Forge responsibly. Or don't. Live life, leave. Oh, there's the Blaze. Found it. Oh, he's the stock ticker. Cool. All right, so you collect your books here. Very neat. And we've got, it doesn't tell me what the book is. That's unfortunate. How am I supposed to know what book it is when it won't tell me what book it is? Is it advanced tooltips? No? Huh. Well, weird. I guess I gotta pick it up to see what it is. And then cake slice. Oh, enchanting. I don't know what any of that does. My goodness. Oh, you're not the stock ticker. That's this guy over here, the stock keeper. Interesting. Cool. Well, we'll have to buy those at some point. I want some better tools. And then Mr. Redstones. Stones, that's reds. Added way too many S's in there. But we've got a redstone shop. That's actually really incredible. I'm assuming this is Beardy. This looks like a Beardy build. Absolutely. Oh, again, I'm sorry about your hat. But absolutely fantastic. A diamond per stack seems reasonable. Hopefully we can... Oh, 5 for 512? Yes. Absolutely, yes. I wonder if he'll do shulker boxes at some point. That would be awesome. And then just a couple extra shops. Yeah, these are absolutely Beardy shops. Gosh, he's such a good builder. He really is. Everybody on the server is incredible. Oh, I love this corner store. Corner stores are the best, aren't they, Beard? Friggin' best. I want to find the speakeasy. Oh, I think I found the speakeasy. Oh, come on. I don't wanna, though. I don't want to. Fine. If I just don't look at it, then it's not real and it doesn't exist. We can just go right past it. Yeah, I hate that. Ooh. Oh, this is really cool. This is so cool, man. Dye shop. Very neat. Get it? It's a dye shop because you die because of the stupid clown. Don't tell anyone. I'm not going to tell a soul. This is so cool. Incredible builders. Absolutely incredible builders on this server. All right, now I got to leave and I got to go past this stupid thing again. Okay, and we're done. Incredible stuff here on this server. Incredible stuff here at Spawn. Absolutely fantastic. But we've got to get this shop finished and stocked ASAP. People are getting real upset with me that I don't have any wood in stock and I don't have any leaves in stock. So we got to get onto this right now. Well, I tried to think of everything that we might need for this project, and hopefully it's all in these shulker boxes. Who knows? I mean, at this point, I probably forgot 17 things. Please don't be dark outside. Okay, and there is one more thing that I want to get before we go, and we have to go over to Stam's Little Iron Farm for this. And there was not nearly as much iron in there as I thought there was going to be. That sucks. Oh well, at least we have some. Thread the needle. Yeah, boy. And let's head over to our new base location. And here we are flying into our new base location. Now somebody's been chopping down the top of my trees. That's me. I'm somebody. I needed leaves, all right, guys? But look at this gigantic area here, and then we've got more behind us as well. We're in a flower forest. Isn't this fantastic? And yes, I left the logs here. I'll cut them down soon, don't worry. But if I pull up the map, this is the area that we're working with. We have this whole entire archipelago. We have all these islands to work with here, and I am pretty excited. I have a plan, but it's not a completely finished plan. But it's a plan. I don't know. We're gonna do our best, all right, folks? And you can see on this map, we are pretty close to Beardy over here, and then we've got Foxy up here as well. So we're kind of sandwiched almost between the two of them. And this area right here, I am going to completely flatten out in a almost Mr. Beardstone-esque way. We're just gonna run a couple of deployers on top of it. I'll probably do a cart contraption or something like that just because I don't have any trains yet. And we're going to temporarily flatten this out because I would like to have this be a temporary tree farm. Let's go ahead and dig this up while I figure out exactly what I want to do here, because zinc is always, always, always needed. And before we get started, I would like to put a little cheeky nether portal in right here. Go ahead and take the coordinates of that, and then we're going to head over to Beardy's place. He's got another portal over here somewhere, and we're just going to place the other one on top of the roof instead of spawning it in. See if we can use this portal without being seen. Go ahead and light that, and we'll see, did I do my maths correctly? I did! Great. All right, fantastic stuff. And we go back to the correct portal. Okay, perfect. So the first thing we got to do is change our boring machine up a little bit because I want it to expand pretty much to this entire island here. And this should be the right height, 78. Yeah, that should be fine. I don't know if we're going to have enough glue for this, to be perfectly honest. Nope. Don't have enough glue. Darn it. All right, the first of many trips back. I got more glue, and I actually bought some saws and harvesters from Chosen as well, which is fantastic. I should have bought some more drills. That was silly, but that's okay. And now we are able to get everything that we need to get here, and I think we'll go up to there and then here, just so we don't stick anything on that little spot right there. And I think we're set and ready to send this bad boy off. Oh, I gotta lay the track for it, I think. It should lay track itself, actually. Well, let's just give it a nudge and see what happens here, huh? And finishing the last little bit of cleanup here, we have ourselves a gigantic semi-flat area. Now it's all on the same Y level at least, which is fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and just put some stuff down so I can get more stuff in my pockets. Because a lot of this dirt and whatnot we are going to need. Now, what I need to do next is make this a gigantic flat area. And I think the way we're gonna do that, maybe we'll start right here. Is I'm going to put our boring machine back down and we're going to change it up a little bit. First thing we got to do is unglue these drills because they're in the wrong spot now. Because what I'd like to do is I would like to have a channel of drills going down here. So that way we can go ahead and drill out this top layer as well. Now I know I could just throw a layer of dirt on top of this, but for some reason I want to drill more out. I don't know. I like using drills. Shut up. And we're just gonna have a line of deployers. After the drill breaks the stuff, it's going to put dirt down, and we're just gonna have a whole field of dirt. But I do have to go back because I don't have enough deployers. I don't have enough deployers, but I think that's okay. We're gonna have to take the drills off once we're done going down, and then we can just move deployers and move the thing as we need, and that's all right. Yeah, let's just see what happens here, I guess. So I should be able to go ahead and take that from there and that from there, and I think I should just be able to hit go and it'll go. Oh, let's try it, see what happens. And no, that's a huge resounding no. For some reason, it didn't work. Why did that happen? Okay, now it worked for some reason. I don't know, that was weird. All right, let's just see what happens. It should make a big old flat area. All right, cool. That's good. It got one side of it, and obviously I dug up a lot of the stuff that I wanted to use here, but that, like, I'm not super worried about it. So I'm gonna put this down here, and I'm just gonna change it up a little bit, and I'm gonna get rid of some of these drills, etc., etc. Okay, I think it needs to go here. I think. Do I have any blocks? I think it's got to go here. All right, let's grab this. Let's put it there and hit the button, and that looks good, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed. Heck yeah. And there we go. Ah, fantastic stuff. And I almost want to do a time lapse of the grass growing because I feel like that would be super duper fun. But I think this is gonna be enough space. If it's not, we can always add a little bit more on the end here. So I guess what I gotta do now is just kind of plan out where each individual tree is gonna go. So let me grab, I don't have any saplings. Let me grab some saplings, figure out how much space everything's gonna need, and I'll get back to you guys once I've got that done. So some things that we have to worry about with this is the size of the trees, because some trees grow ridiculously large. Yeah, there are some trees that are just obnoxiously large, and I am talking about mangrove. I'm talking about mangrove trees. They need a 13 by 13 by 18 space in order to, that's their maximum growth. They don't need that to grow, that's just their, why am I digging that out? I swear, my inefficiencies sometimes just are remarkable. Anyways, so as I was saying, mangrove trees are one of the largest ones, and they need a 13, they will grow maximum 13 by 13 by 18, like, root structure, which can get obnoxious, especially when we want to build other trees around the mangrove, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a big old stone brick thing around, barrier around our area here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out exactly where I want to plant these saplings. And I guess what I mean by where is we need to count in, and we got to do 18, right? So 1, 2, 18. So here's 18. And this is the space that a mangrove tree can grow in. I'm going to give it an extra 2 pieces of space for 20. And actually, we'll go 21. And the reason for that is I don't want, I want to be able to cut it all down, right? So if this is 21 here, and I fell in the hole, good job, throw. We're going to have a barrier here. This is going to be our mangrove barrier, right? So we need to find the middle part of this. So this row here is actually going to be where the propagule gets planted, right? So the propagule is going to get planted on this stretch here, and it has a huge plot that it can grow on. And I think I'm doing this right. Yeah, the maximum size for is a 13 by 13 by 18. Now, I'm sure that's 13 tall or 13 out on each side, right? 13 by 13 and then 18 up, but I want to be sure. So this is what we're doing here, okay? So this here is going to be our mangrove, and what I'm going to do is kind of something a little strange. We're going to just do that. That way the mangrove does not grow. So here's our mangrove plot. Great. Now jungle's a really, really strange one because it needs a 5 by 5, and yes, we're going to do jungle next. I didn't tell you that, did I? As I was saying, jungle is a weird one because it needs a 5 by 5, a 5 by 5 column. It's weird. Yeah, so it needs like a 5 by 5, right? But it's on the northwestern sapling. So if we head this way, let's see, that's east, that's northwest. So it would be the sapling that's over here. So if I do 1, 2, 3, and 4, this needs a 5 by 5 column of unobstructed saplingness. So let me just try and see if I can explain this. So this here is causing this to not grow, because it is in the 5x5 thing above the sapling, right? So it's what, 1, 2, 3 away or whatever. So that's not going to work. So what we need to be careful of is we need to place our jungle saplings so that way they have enough height and space between each one. I don't know, it's really weird. Jungle's gonna be a pain in the butt. Anyways, and this actually right here, I think is going to be the perfect place to start the jungle saplings, just kind of where I put those right there. And what I think I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away, we'll do another set of 4. And hopefully that's gonna be enough space for these saplings to grow. I might actually go a little bit farther away. Let's go 2 blocks away, because I know the canopies can just become absolutely massive. So maybe we'll do that. And what's that, 7 blocks? 1, 2, yeah, 7, there we go. So every 7 blocks, we are going to have another set of 4. And now looking back on it, I should not have covered this whole thing in dirt. The whole thing should be covered in stone bricks. I should have covered the entire thing in stone or stone bricks, and then dug out the areas of where I want the dirt to be. Whoops. And we're just gonna nudge these over a little bit just so they have a little bit of space on each side. So 1, 2, 3, we'll give it 3, 1, 2, 3, and then right here we'll start the line, and we'll make the line too thick. Well, it looks like we have a limestone deposit here. That's cool. So we've got really big spaced out tree. We've got like super tall, could be potentially very spaced out tree. And then I think what we're gonna do next is go birch. And we'll put just a tiny tree in the center of another really big spaced out tree like spruce. And then we can do the same thing, and we'll do maybe cherry after, right? Like we'll do big spruce trees, and then we'll do oak, and then we'll do cherry trees, and then we can just go down from there, right? And I think I'm already probably not going to have enough room for everything. I'm probably spacing them out too much, but that's okay. And I think what I might do is put the spruce trees just 2 in. 1, 2, here we go, 1, 2, and then yeah, the birch trees, excuse me. We'll just put the birch trees 2 in, and I think that should be totally fine. And we'll give it a little space for, actually, I think these cherry trees probably could come over 1. I don't know if they need nearly as much room as those do, so we'll give 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then right here is where we'll cut off that. We'll do oak trees next, and I know that oak can get a little large with their big old trees, so maybe we'll do 3 as well. 1, 2, 3, and we'll go here for the oak trees. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna have enough room, but that's okay. We'll do 1, 2, 3 for acacia. We'll do another 3 for spruce. And we only have 2 more, and I think what we can do, 1, 2, 3, is kind of do the same thing. Oh no, wait, I need these here. Kind of do the same thing that we were doing. Well, we'll have these here, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll put a little space here. And yeah, we'll have to extend all the way out there. That's kind of obnoxious, but I think this is all going to be spaced down enough. This is really what's killing me here, is the mangrove just needing so much space is obnoxious. But I think this is fine. It's going to give everything enough space, enough to do its thing. And that is everything planted here. Now we have a little bit of extra space, and honestly, I might be able to fill this with bamboo, but I'm not really sure about that. We could just have this be our processing section here, which might be a better idea, because I feel like when you have a cart contraption that has saws on it, let's say at this level, right? And you chop down a whole shoot of bamboo, I think the rest of it just goes flying all over the place. Like, it doesn't take all of the pieces of bamboo, but I'm not 100% sure. That's something that I would have to test. Anyways, everything is looking pretty good here. Everything is spaced out very well. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to carve channels down, you know, where I want. How do I put this? I'm just going to carve channels down and put the stone bricks in, and we're going to leave the rest of it as either dirt or grass, you know, whatever it is. It'll probably be grass at this point. And then for the sections here, like these areas here, obviously for the 2x2 trees, I am going to have to section them out like so. And I'm okay with that, because that'll also give me an excuse to get underneath this farm and light up, because I didn't light anything up. I didn't light a lot of it up, and there's some gribblies spawning under there. Anyways, so we'll have channels like this for the 2x2 trees, just so the deployers can only put in this location, right, and this location, etc. Now I know you can put blueprints in deployers, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do this just because my brain works that way. I know there's another way to do to it, deal with this. Everything else, though, like the birch trees and the cherry trees, you can just line them down in a row and it'll work totally fine. It's just these 2x2s that we need to worry about. So I'll just go ahead and get started carving out an entire gigantic section under here for these trees, I guess. And wow, look at that. This took way longer than I'd like to admit. But we've got all the channels in, we've got everything in there, and I know that the 2x2s are offset by 1. Don't worry about it, it's okay. But this is so imposing. This is really cool. This might be one of the biggest things that I've built in a very, very long time, and I'm pretty excited about it. If I head back inside of my head here, we've got channels for each one of these individual trees, and it goes all the way down to our dark oak trees down here. And I also did a little bit of testing. Bamboo shoots, when you chop down a really big one with mechanical saws, guess what? And absolutely all of it goes into the barrel or whatever is on the minecart contraption. So I can put bamboo on this channel here, and that's super rad. And one of the biggest reasons that is super rad is because obviously we're going to get all of the wood for bamboo, so we'll be able to sell the bamboo wood, but I also need bone meal. Yeah, I need some bone meal. And the reason for that is those mangrove propagules don't always like grow all the way once a mangrove tree grows. So I need a way to make sure that I'm getting enough mangrove propagules in the cart contraption as it goes back and forth. So it'd be super great to have bone meal for that. Not only that, but I also need azalea leaves. And it's just because this is Just Create, the only way to get azalea trees to grow is by bone mealing them. So we need to set up a little machine, kind of like the one that we had over in the HAB unit in the lab, where it's a little tree that sits there and it just goes backwards and forwards as like a little observer clock bone meals the sapling, right? I guess the azalea bush is what it's called. But we're not worried about that right now. What I am worried about right now is building the processing unit over here. I just get rid of stuff. Tall grass is the worst. As I was saying, sorry. What I am worried about right now is building the processing unit as well as the minecart contraption that's going to be going back and forth. And I haven't really thought that far ahead for the minecart contraption. I'm not gonna lie. What I'm thinking is we will actually build a contraption on one of these 2 rails here, and it can ride this rail all the way down because it's in between these 2 trees, and the lowest that oak leaves grow is here, so they shouldn't mess with the tracks at all. I think that should be totally fine. Now it's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the batuckus because underneath these tracks is a whole bunch of solid blocks. So we're gonna have to dig out a whole bunch of that in order to get some redstone in there for the power rail, or we just put levers on top here. I guess I don't mind that. This is a semi-temporary build anyways. So you know what? Maybe we worry about the minecart tracks right now, and we don't worry so much about the processing facility. We can get the minecart contraption in. Where's my gold? There it is. We can get the minecart contraption in first, and then worry about the other stuff later. And I don't think this is gonna be enough gold for what we want. Yeah, that's absolutely not enough gold. We're gonna have to go back for some more gold. All right, this should be enough gold. What do we got here? And I think we'll go 2 stacks for now. Hold on to the rest of it. And there we go. All the powered rail is in, and it is all powered. I got levers down on it. So now all we got to do is build the minecart contraption, which I might do back here, to be honest, just so we don't put it on the power rail and it just goes flying off. And then, yeah, I think at that point we're good to go with building the processing side. I don't know why I always sound like I'm questioning it. We're good to go? I don't know what that's about. I'm sorry, everybody. So in a dream world, I'd like to make this whole thing out of linear chassis, which means, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go give Chosen a whole bunch of money again because I don't have enough andesite alloy to do this. Now, what I probably should do is, yeah, I could just bring it down like this every time we see, or every time that we need a saw, a saw. Yeah, whoops, that's not what I want. Yeah, so our saws would sit here for the oak trees, right? Yeah, that makes sense. And then here for the cherry trees. Yeah. And then across the top is where we're just going to band all this together. Now, does that make sense? Probably not, but that's fine. It'll look cool this way. And not me noticing right now that I bought way too many saws for this project. And then when it gets to this mangrove portion, we're actually going to have to extend it here on the ground instead of up like we did before, because this entire row here needs saws. So that's why we bought so many. See, I knew there was a reason. It wasn't me just spending money for no reason. Okay, great. So let's go buy some, Chosen might actually have linear chassis for sale. I got my diamonds on me. Let's just head over there. All right, any linear chassis? None over here. None over here. Doesn't look like it. Are we selling andesite alloy? We are not. I guess I'm just gonna have to buy a ton of andesite? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to buy a ton of andesite. And Smart Throw did not bring an empty shulker box with him, so I have to put it in my bones box. Let me out. There we go. Jeepers. See how Stam's doing for iron. Let me tell you, iron is gonna be one of the first things that we start farming once we get this place set up. And there we go. That should be all of this ready. And I think what I can do here, just for the saws themselves, I found my glue. Where's my glue? There it is. Crisis averted. We found our glue. As I was saying, what I think I can do is just do this and put a saw on it. I don't think I have to glue the linear chassis together at all. And I think that's because the whole thing just connects to itself. Now, I could be wrong, and this is probably using way more glue than I need to because I feel like each application is using one piece of the glue, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. I got glue in droves. Glue for days. Call me throw glue because I'm gluing all... you know what? I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. And you know what? These are actually in the wrong spot. These here saws, they need to be one up because this is gonna be for the bamboo because we need this level here to not be saw. We need the second level. So go ahead and fix that and fall. Good job, Throw. You'll figure out how to play video games here one day. Okay, there we go. That's good for the bamboo because that'll be able to cut the second stalk, not the first one. And we got a guest. Hi. What are you selling? Oh, Nautilus shell. Cool. Slime balls. I don't need them. I don't. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any though, so you can, I'm not gonna kill you. You can just go down there though. Bye, thanks. So perfect, this is great because what this is going to do is it's going to cut down the tree. This is all the tree is going to be cut down now. Problem. We need a way to replant stuff now. So we can do this a couple of ways. And I think the best way to do this is to just raise this up by one and put the deployers on the back. Our other option is we can put the deployers on the back of this facing that way. Or maybe behind. I'm not really sure. So I think what we'll do is we'll put them on the back. Oh, you know what else we need? We need saws on the back of these as well so it can get all the trees as it's returning. Oh. See, I knew there was a reason that we were doing it this way. Once again, smartest throw alive. I really am the smartest Throwlash I know. Let me be honest with you. Never met a smarter Throwlash. I've run into an issue. I've lost my deployers. I put them on here? Ooh, I put them on here. I didn't lose them at all. I know exactly where they are. Ha ha! Gosh, I'm losing my mind, I swear. And just because I want it to look decent, we're gonna flank this thing with, a couple of linear chassis just to give it a little structure and support. And this thing should be able to place saplings and propagules through the machine itself. So I think that's where this needs to be. I'm pretty sure. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this one only to use propagules. Fantastic stuff. Those are good there. Those are our jungle ones. Birch over there. And here's cherry. Here's oak. Cha-cha. Spruce. Nap. Here's pale oak. And last but certainly not least is dark oak. Perfect. And now these I do think that I'm going to have to glue to this. So I'm just going to have to do this, I think, just because if I twist these around, they don't look connected. So it's fine. We can just glue these top pieces because the linear chassis should connect to itself. And that there is the easy part done. Believe it or not, that's the easy part. So the difficult part is going to be setting up the harvesters so that way we get the leaves as well. And by harvesters, I mean we need a ton of different ones kind of scattered all over the place depending on the tree that we're going to get. Now, obviously I don't want to harvest every single leaf. And the reason for that is if I harvest every leaf, I am not going to get any saplings when I cut the tree down. And if I don't get any saplings, then I'm not going to be able to run this farm. So essentially what I think I'm going to try is I'm going to put just a little bit further up and forward, kind of in every other sort of situation here. So if I were to go up and then I were to go here and then up again, maybe up again for cherry, then I would have to connect all that together. It looks like it already is. I think that should get most of the cherry leaf. I might have to go up again one more time. And essentially what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put harvesters all on this row, skip this row, do the same thing over here with this, right? Have it be 4 high, and then skip this row, and then do the same thing here, etc. And just alternate. So we get half of the leaves. Problem that I see arising with that is it's not going to cut down the leaves once it grows the tree. Oh man, I don't. You know what? We're gonna build it. We're gonna try it, and if it doesn't work out, we can smash the whole thing apart and we'll try again. I think that should be fine for cherry. I think, yeah, we shouldn't have to go any taller than that. I don't believe something like that. And I'm not sure. I probably should bump it forward by a block or two, because essentially it's going to get a couple of leaves and then the tree's gonna break. So maybe we bring it forward about 3 blocks and it's just gonna look really stupid. But at least we get the leaves. Oh my gosh, from here it looks so angry. Oh geez, and I just realized I have to mirror this on the other side too. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be way more. You know what? I don't have to mirror on the other side. I don't have to cut down the leaves every time. So this is gonna give me 4, 8, 12, 16 per tree. Hopefully, before it cuts it down. I shouldn't have to mirror this on the other side. That's not a lot of leaves, but if we get a ton of trees, right, that's 16 per tree. Man, I don't know. That's rough. We'll try it like this, and if we really need to, we can expand, right? We can expand to the other side. We can probably even go up, especially with some trees. Things like the birch tree, though, I can probably start at this level. I might even be able to start at this level because... No, not birch. Oak, I can start at this level. Birch, I can start here, because I think... birch leaves start too high from the ground. I don't know. But yeah, that's good for cherry for now. Let me go shriepies and we'll work on the other ones. Oh, to have a jetpack right now. So here's what we're working with so far. And I think I might want to set up another row for the jungle and the spruce. I just don't think that's gonna get us enough, especially if we get a ton of spruce trees that are like this. I don't really know. That it's only gonna tag these ones on the end, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And we still have to set these 2 up, but I only got 10 harvesters left, so I gotta go back. I gotta make some harvesters, and they're so expensive. Look at this. Look at this. So expensive. All right, I'll be right back. And I think that's it. I think it's set. It looks really weird. It's a little wonky, but I think we are set to give it its first test run. Now, I'm not going to be able to gather. I'm worried about the... Oh, I did that completely wrong, didn't I? Oh, no. Do I care? I don't think I care. So I'm not going to be able to get as many jungle leaves as I am everything else, but I got to be honest with you. I don't think I'm too horribly upset with that. I think what I'm gonna do is I think it's time to give it a test run, to be honest with you. And we can't give it a test run yet because I forgot to put any storage on the back of it. But yeah, the only thing that it's missing at this point is some sort of storage, and I'm not 100% sure on where I want to put that. I might put that down over here on this side. There's another part of me that wants to put it on the middle. And the reason I'm not entirely sure is because I don't really know how the processing facility is going to look yet, or what it's going to do. So I think we're just gonna have 2 main storage things in the processing facility. One is going to be for leaves, the other one's gonna be for log, and I think we're gonna do stripped logs. So as far as I'm aware, all I need to do is dump the storage, all the leaves go in one vault, and then all the logs are gonna come out on a belt, and then I wanna take like a third of them and strip them, because I don't think people are going to buy as many strip logs as they are regular, but I'm not 100% sure. But what I'm going to do right now, just so we get a proper test, is I'm going to go ahead and grow all the trees that we have around here. I don't know if this one's going to grow, to be perfectly honest. No, it doesn't look like it. And then we can fill this thing up with a little bit of storage stuffs, which I think is just going to be a vault for right now. Let's pick a spot. Let's put it here. Let's put it right here. And then as far as I'm aware, all I have to do for the vault is just put a piece of glue down, put the vault in, and then glue the whole vault together, I think. And that should take it with it. I don't know what I'm doing here, people. Well, we're about to find out, I guess. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a chute and we're gonna empty all these saplings in here. Maybe I should do it without the saplings in there first. Yeah, let's do a dry run first, and we'll pick it back up and put it back over here and do the saplings afterwards. I'm so nervous. Lock rotation, and okay, it looks like it picked up. So I should be able to just pick it up and put it in my pocket. And it got everything. Okay, cool. That's good. All right, so, why am I freaking out? Stop freaking out right now, dude. We need this here, and then another one all the way on the other end. And then we should just be able to put it down. Go. Oh my gosh, it's doing it. Okay, all right. Yeah, obviously I knew it was gonna leave some leaves behind, and that's okay. I'm not upset about that. Now, why did it not pick this up and plant more oak leaves? It didn't plant these in the right orientation, and that should be coming back soon. Should be. Why did it not? Is it because it's not loaded? Oh no, here it comes. Okay, cool. It just takes a minute. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go ahead and pick this up, and it should just run off the track here. Let me pick that up too. Sweet, and it came right back. Okay, great. Oh, I gotta turn it into a not contraption anymore, and it should place it in the world, and after it does, we have a bunch of leaves and a bunch of logs. Oh my gosh. Why am I so surprised that this worked? Oh, that's fantastic. Now, it kind of didn't... All right, we got a couple of propagules, but it didn't plant any more birch. We didn't get any more birch saplings. For some reason, the oak saplings just, like, fell out of it, and we didn't get enough of these saplings either, so that's concerning. This is absolutely going to run out of saplings at some point. But oh my goodness, I'm floored. I'm absolutely floored that this worked. I don't know why I'm so surprised. And I'm brewing up ideas on what we can do for the sapling issue, and it's honestly, like, my thought is just another tree farm. It's just another tree farm, kind of like Chosen's, where it's farming a whole bunch of trees, and we got this big old spinny thing that's spinning around, cutting the trees down, but not cutting any of the leaves down. And this will more or less be our giant leaf farm. And in future, we'll probably take that approach. But I'm just so happy that I'm just so happy it's working. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save one of each sapling, and I'm just going to go ahead and just load this machine up with all the saplings that we have, and a chute, and the shulker that has all of the saplings in it. Great, boom, and that should just go ahead and drain in there. Perfect. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back this up one more block, so that way this is shut off here. And I'm gonna put a pulse timer on this, and I think I'm gonna set it for like every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, you know what, I might actually have to do this and then do a pulse extender. Every 5 minutes, this is going to power for 5 seconds. After the 5 seconds is over, that should be more than enough time for this to go, and then it'll come back, and it'll sit here, and it'll wait for 5 minutes. Now, I don't know if I'm going to need 5 minutes. We could probably set it to 3 or something like that, but I don't want this thing running back and forth all the time. There's no need for that. It's just going to be way too much, so we'll try this and see what happens. And that's it. Everything's primed and ready to go, so I should be able to, once again, just make sure this is on lock rotation. Flick this lever to pick the whole thing up. Pick the whole thing up. Pick up these, because whoopsies. And then we can put this here, and that's the wrong orientation. And then we can put that there. That's what I meant. Just got to make sure that there's no grass under these deployers. And normally we have to wait 5 minutes, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this to 5 seconds for right now, because I want to see this thing go, and then we'll turn it back to 5 minutes. And this thing should be off to the races, and it should be getting us a whole bunch of stuff and planting a whole bunch of saplings. All right, fantastic. And I can't keep up with it. And apparently we're going to hitch a ride with it on the way back. Heck yeah. Now, what I'm hoping is it missed a couple of jungle leaves over there, or jungle saplings over there. So I'm kind of hoping that after it drops me off, we can go check that out. Oh yeah, because it planted all of its saplings, yeah, it's not going to be able to complete these. So I'll just do this manually. That's fine. And that is going to suck. We are going to lose some saplings and sticks and all that sort of stuff. But I don't think I'm too worried about it. And we've got trees growing already. Fantastic stuff. So what I could do for those saplings and whatnot that are going to drop and fall is I could put like a sweepy arm on here, just like something underneath here and then just have a channel where they could all just fall into the channel, but that's gonna be if they drop and then they don't despawn after this 5-minute thing. So maybe we do change it to 3 minutes, but I want to see how many trees we get after 5 minutes. And oh my gosh, we got so many trees out of that. That was awesome. That was awesome. And it's already on its way back, and more trees are already growing on the way back and the way forward. This is incredible. This is, oh, I'm so glad that I did this. I'm so glad that it's done. Wow, these cherry trees are growing very quickly. And here it is back at home. Now I'm gonna kill this just for a little bit, mainly because I want this to empty out, sort of. Like, I don't know how much is in here. It could be excruciatingly full. I'm not entirely sure. So we're going to let this set for a little bit and probably just grow way too many trees, and I'm okay with that. But man, this has been such a great experience. And hey, eggs is on. It's super late for eggs. And this is another thing that I forgot about is some of these mangrove trees are going to grow excruciatingly tall, and I'm not going to get like any leaves out of this. So I might have to fix that as well. Now, as far as processing is concerned, I'm pretty sure this is really all we need, to be perfectly honest, and I'll walk you through each step. Just hop up here, there we go. So this thing is going to come and dock over here, and it's going to hit this portable storage interface, and all the leaves are going to come out here, and they're going to go into this item vault. Obviously, we need to make it bigger. I just need to go give chosen diamonds first. All the bamboo is going to come out over here, and it's on a force split, so it's going to put them all into these. I need mechanical presses, and then it's going to press them down into blocks and put them in this vault. Once that vault fills up with blocks of bamboo, I'm going to add another one of these here in future that is going to just compost all the bamboo that we have. So once it gets to a certain threshold, it'll turn that one on. We'll use threshold switches and all that sort of stuff, and it'll compost some bamboo for us. And then last but certainly not least, all the logs are going to come over here, and we have a forced round robin. 2/3 of the logs are just going to go straight into this vault here, and the other third are going to get sawed on the sawed and then go into the vault. So we'll have 2/3 of our wood product is going to be log, and the other third is going to be stripped logs. I could do half and half, but I don't want to. It's as easy as that. So what I've got to do is I've got to buy a whole bunch of vaults. I got to get a whole bunch of andesite and brass funnels, and I need some attribute filters and other filters and all that other nonsense. So bear with me. Oh, you know, I also need power over here, and I think I know exactly what I'm going to do for that. And I think just setting these filters here to only make bamboo blocks, which I think is the only thing bamboo can make anyways. Oh, no, it can make sticks, but I don't know if you can press stick. Anyways, I think this is all I have left to do besides wiring up some power. So we've got this filter for any leaves. We've got this one for any logs. We've got this one for only bamboo. And then under here is where we're going to dump out the saplings. Now, I know the saplings need to go back in the machine. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to have these loop around and go back up into this vault, I think. Or I might have them come up in, yeah, I might have them snag on a different entry area over here. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with the saplings quite yet. Now, I have a decent sized vault on this, and I might actually make it bigger, but I think it should be fine. I don't know. But I got to find a new place to change this thing. I guess I could move this over here. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit bigger, so that should be better for us. Now I'm just gonna flick this lever. That's gonna turn into a thingy. We'll just go ahead and pick this up, and we should be able to just plop this right here again. There we go. And I think the only other thing, oh yeah, you know what? This isn't gonna work with saplings down there. Yeah, this isn't gonna work with just saplings, and the reason is we're also getting sticks, and I think apples as well, maybe? Ooh, and moss carpets. Let me actually pick this back up so I can get a full list. And roots, and mangrove roots. Yeah, I'm glad I picked this back up. So we've got sticks, mangrove roots, apples, and moss carpet that it's also collecting. All right, moss carpet, and I think, can I do this? Oh, I can do that. Okay, great. So we are going to do allow list, bam, and that should do everything that we need, I think. So we're setting up our little bone mealing station here, and this is going to take all of our mangrove roots as well as, I think, oh, you know what? Yeah, the mangrove roots and the moss carpet and the apples. So I don't actually need these many. Never mind. Let's get rid of some of these. Sucks, I already made the hoppers. Whoops. And I think for right now, we're just going to have them go into chests, the bone meal that is. And it's unfortunate that chutes can't actually feed into composters, but I get it because you're supposed to do one item at a time. So I totally understand why. I just hope that hoppers can take off of belts, but hey, we're gonna find out, I guess. And actually, this whole setup needs to move over a block. And the reason it's gotta move over one is because we have to put these tunnels in, and essentially what we're gonna do is set this one to saplings. So only saplings can come in through here, and they're gonna be blown by a fan back up into this. Hopefully. These are going to be sticks, so all the sticks are just going to fall over here and burn for now. We might set up something later. And then this over here is going to be the other items, the apples and the moss carpet, etc. And we're just going to bone meal those. Boom, boom, boom. And I think besides a fan under here, that's really all we need. Oh, hello. Might as well just light that up real quick. There we go. Okay, I think besides a fan under here, as I was saying, that should be it at all. I think we're done. I think all we got to do is get power, and we should be good to go. All right, for now, we're going to try some water wheels. We've got 3 of them in. I've got 3 more in my hand just in case, and we are just going to put this in a speed controller and put it on maximum overdrive and just see how things work. And I know that's not going to go the right way, but I want to try it. And actually, I'm going to slow this down just a little bit so we can figure out which way things are going, and boom. So those are going the wrong way, and that's also going the wrong way. Actually, if I put a gearbox here and here, it's obviously not hitting that because I didn't put the shaft in. I knew that. Let's try that again. So that's now going the correct way. And what about... That's going the wrong way, of course. And now that we got this running, this here, I can probably just run a shaft into there and get a couple of encased chain drives and just see that's, of course, going the wrong way. So we should just be able to put a gearbox in there and then the chain drive this way, I believe. So if we just, boop, yeah, fantastic. That's perfect. And then we should be able to just grab what we need from here. And again, a lot of this doesn't really need to be that pretty. That's totally fine. It's not something that we're going to be looking at all the time, to be perfectly honest. So we'll put a shaft in there, and hopefully this is now no attached fans. Oh, because I'm dumb. And that is items moving downwards. So we should just be able to swap this out for a gearbox. And items move upwards. Perfect. And I'm assuming this is a great test. If I put a stick here, how many sticks are in here? 1,051. So if I throw that there, it should be 1,052. There it is. Cool. Awesome. So when it's a contraption, we'll have to see if that'll stick. Oh, speaking of sticking, I need to glue that andesite funnel on there. And another great test is gonna be, do composters grab, why is that not, oh, because you can't compost bamboo, can you? Yeah, you can't compost bamboo. Huh, well, look at that, would you? There goes that plans, uh-oh. Well, to help with our overproduction of bamboo, we can just turn it into stuff, right? Like chests and slabs and vaults and all that sort of nonsense. But for right now, let's just keep this going. All right, so that one's going the right way now. And the last one we have to do is this one here. And of course, that's going the wrong way. And if I put this gearbox in here, oh my gosh, wait, what? Wait, so is the saw working now? Oh my God, it totally is. Oh, but doesn't the saw have to go in an opposite direction though? Oh, this isn't connected. Why is that not connected? All right, so if I throw this on here, is it going to... No, it's not. So maybe we grab this from over here. So that way this thing can go in the opposite direction. Let's try that. That's the wrong one. Okay, let's go ahead and just toss one of these over here, and it's still going the wrong way. All right. That should be an easy fix, right? I should just be able to put this here. And now let's try that. Boom. Heck yeah, awesome. Guys, I think that's everything. I think everything is good now. So our perfect test is, let's ramp up the speed because I want this to go many fast. And can this? 6 does not support. All right, so... Oh, because these go 2,000 at that speed, my goodness. So it's 2, 4, 6, 7. 7,500 at this speed. And we're doing 1, 2, 3, and a change. So yeah, let's just pull that back down, shall we? Can we go 160? 128? Well, I have a perfect answer to this, and it's just more water wheels. Gonna make eggs very proud. And that is many, many, absolutely. Now, as long as I have everything set up correctly, which I think I do, we should, ooh, don't stand on the saw. We should be able to just start the machine up, because right when we do, this thing is going to connect here, and then all the stuff is going to happen. So I just want to double check things here. This is going to grab all the leaves, bamboo, logs, and then this filter should be sticks, apples, mangrove root, moss carpet, and saplings. And then all the saplings should just come right back up and go in, and it should go pretty quick. Oh yeah, the last thing I need to do is set up a little kill chamber for the sticks. And I think we're just going to use fire for that. I got a lava bucket right here. Let's do that. Now, hopefully, if those tunnels work the way that I think they do, we should be good to go. Why don't we pick that lava up just in case it decides to spit out saplings? Jeepers. It's fine. Everything's fine. There's no reason to be nervous. Look at how fine everything is. It's on lock rotation. Okay, that's not working, and that's concerning. So I'm just going to collect these for right now. I'll collect as many as I can, I guess. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to store these saplings in this shulker box for right now, and once the whole machine is done processing, why is that happening? Oh, no. Oh, no. That's why. Whoopsie doozles. Took this off, forgot to put it back. And it's on forced round robin, so why? There we go. Jeepers. Oh. How about if I do round robin? There we go. Yeah, I like that better. All right, it's always going to take logs and put them in here. Perfect. So we're not going to get a perfect distribution of stripped logs, and I'm kind of okay with that. I'm not super duper worried about it. And why is this not working at all? That is all sorts of bugged out. What is happening there? It's working. It's working. It's working great. We've got almost a shulker box of everything except for mangrove. We got only 155. Ugh. Mangrove is going to be such a problem. But we've got a ton of leaves over here as well. Again, a shulker box of almost everything except for where it looks like mangrove and jungle. But nobody wants jungle leaves, right? And then over here, we've got almost a shulker full of bamboo as well. And I fixed the sapling issue. I just took out that part of the filter. It now no longer allows saplings to go through, so they're just going to stay in the vault. I know that's going to be a problem, but for right now, I really, really just need to stock the shop. I just got to stock the shop. And speaking of which, getting all the product out of here is going to be a pain. But I didn't think about that, because I'm silly. And man, I could use more of these, huh? Look at this. Wow, this is gonna take forever. I wonder how much bamboo is in here. But I'm super happy with it so far. I might just take the saw out completely, to be honest, and let people saw their own logs if they feel like it. Or I'll put a saw in the shop, and that way people can saw things if they want to while they are in there. But then I gotta route power to the shop. I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible. But oh my gosh, the farm is done. It's done. I didn't think that was going to happen. This is actually incredible. It's huge. It's obnoxious. It's completely in the way, and it's not permanent. I'm not going to keep this here. We will change this at some point. I just need to fill the shops. I need to fill the shops. Oh my gosh, really bad. But speaking of the shop, we have to decorate the shop, but not right now because I have to go away for the weekend. I'll see you guys in just a second. Back from vacation, had a great time. Well, we gotta get the shop up and running, and I don't really know how much decoration I really want to do in here. I kind of just want to throw the things down. No, wait, no, I'm throw. Sorry, I just kind of want to throw the little shop things down because we have 18, 19, 20. We have 20 of them to put down between all the things. This is so much. This is so much. I actually got to put more up here. My gosh, there's so many things that I need to stock. And I actually don't have all 20 things in stock either, so that is also going to be kind of a problem. And I don't have any vaults. Uh-oh. Well, let's worry about the shop interior right now, shall we? And this is all we've got so far, and we've got each individual log type on display here that you can purchase if you need some bulk orders. There we go. We got a little frog, that's not a frog. We got a pig sitting right here, my gosh, as our little stock teller dudes. So, yeah, I didn't realize that I recorded almost an entire hour worth of footage, so whoops. So yeah, this is what we are working with so far, and this is how we're gonna have to keep it for now, because this video needs to end. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that this video is so long. I hope you all enjoyed the video, enjoyed the farm building with me. I had an absolute blast putting this farm together, and I will get this place decorated off camera. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and a huge shout out and thank you to all of my lovely patrons and YouTube members who should be on the screen right now. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you immensely. Anyways, folks, thanks again for coming along on this journey with me, and I will see you in the next episode. Much love. Bye.